Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're exploring something really quite unique happening up in Vermont. We're going to look at how they're, intertwining solar power with rainwater utilization. Sounds a
hmm
bit different, right? Okay, let's unpack this. Our mission really is to pull out the most surprising, maybe game-changing insights on what people are starting to call rain-powered solar. We're drawing from academic studies, real-world projects, community stuff, the whole picture.
Yeah, and what's truly revolutionary here, I think, is how Vermont is just leaning into its own climate. They're kind of proving that solar's future isn't just about bright sunny days. They're literally turning, their rainy, overcast weather into an energy asset. It really challenges how we usually think about generating power. It's very adaptive.
That is fascinating. So let's start with the basics then. Solar panels and rain. Most people assume you need bright sun, but panels do still work when it's cloudy or raining, right? They capture that diffuse light.
Exactly.
Even if the output's lower, say 10 to 25% of peak, they're still producing something.
Absolutely, they're still generating. But, the clever part is there's more to it than just diffuse light. Rain actually helps in a surprising way.
Oh, how so?
Well, cleans them, washes off the dust, the grime, which means performance actually gets a boost after the rain stops. It's this often overlooked benefit, especially key in a place like Vermont with lots of overcast days.
Ah, okay. Like a free cleaning service.
Precisely. And it's partly why you see more bifacial panels there, too. They grab reflected light from the ground, which is also useful on cloudy days. Look at Hillside East, for instance, Vermont's first solar microgrid community. They're using Tesla Powerwalls, net metering. The whole setup is designed for resilience to balance things out, rain or shine, season to season.
Right, right. Storage becomes key then. Okay, so panels work in rain, rain cleans them. But what about harnessing the rain itself? This next bit gets really interesting. Piezoelectric materials. The idea is generating electricity just from the impact, the mechanical stress of a raindrop hitting a surface. I mean, experiments have apparently shown a single droplet generating up to 27 volts. That sounds like science fiction.
It does, yeah. But Vermont's actually showing it might be closer than we think. Now, okay, scalable systems. Still very early days, definitely nascent,
Mm-hmm.
but they are testing hybrid designs. Think about integrating piezoelectric layers with solar panels.
Ah, so like a combined panel.
Exactly. You could potentially see this in, say, vertical agrivoltaic systems. It fits right into their big goal, tripling renewable capacity by 2030 under their Global Warming Solutions Act. They're looking at every angle.
And that brings us neatly to another innovation, these hybrid solar rainwater systems, but specifically for agriculture. Vermont farmers are apparently really starting to adopt rainwater harvesting paired with solar pumps.
That's gaining traction.
Studies suggest even a small 500-watt solar array can cut a farm's groundwater use by like 30 to 50%. That's significant.
It is.
And the University of Vermont's extension programs are pushing these too. It tackles energy and water together.
Precisely. And this is where that term, agrivoltaics, really comes into play. It's a fantastic concept. Using vertical bifacial arrays you mentioned, companies like Next2Sun, iSun allows for dual land use.
So crops grow between the panels.
Right between them, you keep about 90% of the land for farming. And get this, these vertical panels can actually boost solar efficiency, maybe 5–10%. Ground reflection, capturing light bouncing off the ground between the rows. There's this great pilot project, 3.7 acres, is generating 138 kilowatts of solar. And they're growing saffron and vegetables right alongside it. Talk about a win-win, especially for rural areas.
Wow, okay. That's genuinely clever. Now, obviously, this kind of progress needs support. Vermont seems to have a really helpful policy environment driving this.
Definitely, policy matters hugely here.
Their net metering, for example, letting people sell excess power back, that's a big deal.
Huge.
And Green Mountain Power subsidizing battery storage. Tesla Powerwalls for just $55 a month. That's quite an incentive.
It absolutely is. And you see the results, a 200% jump in residential solar since 2020. It is impressive growth. But it's not all smooth sailing, of course. There are challenges. Winter snow, for one. That can slash solar generation by, 80–90%. So battery backup isn't just nice. It's often essential.
Right. A reality check for the climate.
And there are ongoing debates, land use conflicts, concerns about solar farms taking up agricultural land. Some legislation on that failed last year, but the conversation continues.
Understandable tension there. But innovation keeps moving despite the hurdles. We're seeing things like hybrid photovoltaic thermal panels, PVT,
PVT.
getting decent electrical efficiency, nearly 20%, while also heating water. That's smart multitasking.
Very efficient use of space and resource.
And things like community solar farms, microgrids. Rutland's got that 4-megawatt solar storage system, right? Helping with energy equity, resilience.
Exact, broadening the benefits.
So wrapping this up, what does it all really mean? Vermont's clearly thinking ahead, right? Creatively mixing these rain-enhanced ideas with their existing solar setup. It really cements them as a leader in renewables. And they're tackling climate change and boosting their rural economy at the same time.
They really are. And I think this leaves an important question for you listening out there. How could embracing your region's unique environmental condition, maybe it is lots of rain or cloudy days, maybe something else entirely, how could that unlock new, creative ways to generate sustainable energy where you are? It's really about shifting perspective, isn't it? Moving beyond just conventional thinking and seeing potential where maybe we just saw weather.
Exactly. A great thought to end on. Keep exploring, keep looking at your own environment through that new lens.